Hello guys, welcome to my channel, the Collector, and for today's video I'm gonna review a very unique action figure, which is the Power Rangers Let the Collection, Power Rangers X Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Obviously this is a crossover between Power Rangers and TMNT. As you can see, I'm gonna review the Morphed Donatello and Morphed Leonardo. Let's take a closer look at the box. As you can see, on the left side there's the image of Morphed Donatello, and on the right side is the morphed image of Leonardo, and the left side there's the portrait of Morphed Donatello, and on the right side there's the Morphed Leonardo, and at the back there's the promotional image for both of the action figures, and at the top there's the logo of the Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and at the bottom standard barcode. Without further ado, let's proceed. Here is Donatello and Leonardo out of the packaging. I got to say that I bought this figure mainly because they look really cool, and they are obviously the crossover between Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and in short, these are my very first TMNT action figure, and I am really happy about these action figures. There are a lot of cool details in it, which I will be discussing later on. So without further ado, let's proceed. Let's take a closer look at Leonardo. As you can see, the helmet is very similar to the Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger. As you can see here, the horns are the same, and the only difference is the mouth part. As you can see here, they really designed it so that they will look like more of a ninja, which is true, because they've always been a ninja. And also, as you can see, if you felt that one, it's not just a paint up, there's an actual sculpt in there, and that's really good. And also I wanted to point out that the color for Leonardo is a little bit lighter than the Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger, as you can see. Now moving on with this body, or the details on his body. As you can see, they really put some good details on the armor, on his chest armor, and also at this, what do you call this, at his shell. As you can see, there are a lot of details, especially this one. As you can see, they really did a good job on this figure, and I believe 90% of this figure is an original sculpt. Now let's move on the belt. As you can see, there's the logo of the Triceratops, and also I wanted to point out what they really did a good job on this one. As you can see, you can clearly see a two-toe on his foot, or on his boots. As you can see, of course they're turtles, they should have a two-toe or two fingers on both their feet and hands. let's take a closer look on his alternate head. It look really clean, especially the paint ups on the eyes. I'm glad they made it more cartoonish than the realistic one. Let's see how does the fit head on the body. Wait a minute. That's it. I'm glad it's not that weird. Oh, since they have the body match the head, I mean the bulkiness of the body match the head. So you can see they really morph because the helmet is much smaller than his head. Moving on with Donatello, as you can see, his helmet is also very similar with the Mighty Morphin Black Ranger, but the problem is, I mean, the minor concern for me is that they forgot to paint the lines, the panel lines on his helmet, but it's just a small thing. I'm good with this figure. I really like it. And I noticed that his mouthpiece is larger than Leonardo. I really like what they did on this. They really have an identity. Now for the body, I believe this is just the same with the Leonardo. It's just a repaint. The only thing different is the Mastodon logo, as you can see. As you can see in there. Now moving on with the head sculpt. As you can see, the one that I got had a very clean paint ups, no paint chips or mispaint areas. I also really like that they have different eye color. As you can see, Donatello has an orange eye, and also the goggles, his goggles are, I don't think it's eyeglass or goggles or binoculars, whatever you like. They also painted the lens with silver. That's a really good detail. Now let's see how does it fit with the body. It's really hard to fit, as you can see. I mean it fits really well, similar with Leonardo. I mean, I'm a little bit OC because his bandana or mask is purple, which don't match on the Black Ranger, but there's no purple Ranger on the Mighty Morphin, so I think this will work. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I forgot to include this good detail. As you can see at their back, the weapon holder, they both have a different weapon holder because it fits on the weapons that they have. As you can see, it fits really well, and if you look at the front, it's a very good looking weapon holder. And for Donatello, I believe you can only put the extended power axe on his back, because the handle for this one is a little bit, do you call it, it's a little bit thicker. Moving on with the accessories, first let's focus on Leonardo's. As you can see, since Leonardo is wielding a dual katana, Here they used the power lance of Blue Ranger and made it a katana like weapon. As you can see, it came with a pair of power lance, and you look closely at the details. There's the logo of the the logo of Triceratops, and also they painted this part really well. No missed parts. If you compared it on the MMPR Blue Ranger, as you can see, the logo is just painted with silver, and I believe the logo on this one is much better, as you can see. Also, Leonardo came with this lightning effects that you'll just put on the sword, as you can see. Of course, he came with the alternate head that I showed a while ago, and both of them got a two pairs of hand. The default hand are the weapon holding hands, as you've seen earlier, and they came with this pair of closed fist hands, and they came with a pair of open hands for, you know, martial arts stance poses. Now moving on with Donatello, he came with the actual power axe. This is almost the same as the original power axe from the MMPR Black Ranger. As you can see, they just changed the paint with gold on the logo, Mastodon logo. Also, it can still be a blaster if you pull that one. As you can see, put that back and it will become an axe again. Now he also came with the extended version of the power axe. Since Donatello's main weapon is a staff, they just extend it so that this will serve as his staff. I mean, it's just like a heavy axe. He also came with a pair of closed fist hands, and same with the open hands for martial arts poses. Oh, I almost forgot this effect that you will attach on his weapon. As you can see, there's a hole in there. Just pin it there. Sorry, the other way around. That's it. Since they are just basically the same action figure, I'm just gonna do the articulation part with Donatello. So for this figure, their head can look up that far and look down that far. It can rotate 360 degrees. They can wiggle it. Also, there's a articulation on the neck. As you can see, his arms can reach up to that far. Let me focus. And there's a butterfly joint. As you can see, it's just hindered by the chest piece armor. He has a bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow with the pinless neck. Surprisingly, his arms can move that. move up and move down depending on which hand you're using. He can do the split. He can kick up that far and kick back just that far. Because of the shell, there's a thigh swivel, double jointed knee with the pinless deck and an ankle pivot. And lastly, his feet can go up and move down that far. Donatello and Leonardo is standing around 6 inches tall. Here is Donatello and Leonardo side by side with the MMPR Blue Ranger and Black Ranger. Here is Donatello and Leonardo side by side with the Star Wars Black Series Hunter from the Bad Batch. And finally, here is Donatello and Leonardo side by side with the Marvel Legends Thor from the movie Thor Love and Thunder. To conclude this video, I got to say these are a pretty solid 2-pack action figure. Maybe I am biased because these are my very first TMNT action figure, and I'm really looking forward for the other action figures on this line, since I've ordered this on US. So I have to wait for a few months before it arrived. What I really like about what they did on this action figure is that the expression on the face, as we all know, Leonardo is a little bit serious because he's the acting leader of the gang, and Donatello is the the smart guy, the cool guy. And as you can see on his face, there's the grind, or he's smiling. As you can see, there's a personality on the head sculpt. That's what I really like about that. The minor problem that I had with this figure is particularly the articulation on the legs. They're a little bit loose, and the moment I took them out of the box, they're a little bit loose, but it's not a really big problem for me. So if you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collector, of course you must get this one, because this is a very different take on the character. Also, if you're a Power Rangers action figure collector like me, you will get this one because they are part of the Power Rangers multiverse because of the comics crossover. So that's it, guys. Thank you all for watching and have a good day. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, guys.